Every health problem Lois has faced in Family Guy. Number 1. Lois gets her nose broken. Season 9, Episode 5. It all started when Quagmire, being the gentleman of questionable morals that he is, invited everyone to a foxy boxing event for Peter's birthday. Basically, women in bikinis punching each other for sport. Classy, right?
Man, would you look at that. Two smoking hot chicks repeatedly striking each other.
Yeah, reminds me of Thanksgiving.
Why'd it remind you of Thanksgiving?
Because this is where I come for Thanksgiving.
After a fierce match, the coach announced that the reigning champ was accepting all challengers. Peter, being Peter, volunteered Lois, who naturally said absolutely not.
Hey, Lois, what do you think? You want to fight that lady's boobs?
What? No, I'm not fighting anyone.
But Peter had a plan B, and that plan involved shoving a fake Lois hand into the air to accept the challenge on her behalf. Very official, very legal, totally ethical.
Hey, buddy, over here.
I see a woman's hand and forearm at table 8.
Damn it, Peter.
Please, Lois, come on. You got to fight it.
Come on,
Lois,
Lois, get in there. Take her
great. Come
down.
on.
It'll be awesome.
I'd really like to see that.
With the crowd cheering like it's the Super Bowl, Lois stepped into the ring thinking she'd just fake a few punches and call it a night. But her opponent came in like a caffeinated wrecking ball and started hammering Lois's face like it owed her money.
Hey, watch it. That was pretty hard.
No, it wasn't. Try this one.
Stop that, young lady. I'm just out here for fun.
Yeah, punch each other, you whores.
Then something snapped. Lois let the beast inside her out. And by beast, we mean a suburban mom with years of suppressed rage. And went full Rocky Balboa on her opponent, knocking her out with a flurry of terrifying punches.
No matter what you do for the rest of your life, you'll always be garbage.
The coach was impressed and told Peter, "Your wife's got potential. You should turn her into a pro boxer."
Well, she did look like she knew what she was doing up there.
Think about it. Here's my card.
What can I say? I really like watching her box.
That means two things.
So naturally, Peter skipped the whole asking Lois part and scheduled her next fight at the Quahog Civic Center. Because again, Peter.
Are you out of your mind? No, Peter, that was a one-time thing, all right? I am not a boxer, and I'm not fighting anyone else, and that's final.
Lois said, "Peter, you're insane." And Peter said, "Plan B, bribe her with a fancy romantic dinner."
Oh, you're going to love it, Lois. Here, put on these special eating gloves I bought you.
Well, why do I need to wear gloves to eat in a fancy restaurant?
Because it's so fancy that... You know what? I'm tired of this. I booked you a boxing.
Except, surprise, there was no dinner. Peter blindfolded Lois and basically yeeted her into the ring again. Lois was not amused and started yelling at Peter, but he just smiled and said, "Use that rage, baby."
Who the hell do you think you are?
There you go. Use that anger. Hey, remember when I said I think it's hot when you wear a sports bra and gym shorts underneath your dress?
Yeah?
Now put these shoes on.
Stop it.
She turned to her opponent and tried to explain, "This is just a misunderstanding." But before she could finish her TED Talk, bam, a fist to the face.
My idiot husband here booked this match without my knowledge.
She's from the Ukraine, Lois. She doesn't speak English.
All right. Mені шкода пробачте, там є штраф.
She's from the other part of the Ukraine. It's a different dialect.
Flat on the mat, Lois looked up at her opponent and saw Peter. Not literally, but in her rage-filled mind, her opponent had transformed into her dumb, inconsiderate husband.
Hey, what you doing down there, Lois? Oh, what's your matter? Mad at little old me? In your imagination, I've got long eyelashes.
That was all she needed. Lois rose like a flaming phoenix of fury and obliterated her opponent with a series of brutal punches.
1, 2, 3.
Did you know where the Ukraine was because of my globe?
No, I saw it in a book.
You knew because of my globe, you dick.
The crowd went wild. Lois felt powerful, like Oprah, but with fists.
Oh, I know the feeling. It's how I feel when I burp really loud in an underground parking structure to assert my dominance. Says the king.
So she decided to go pro, and when Brian asked why the sudden change of heart, she replied, "Because Peter's a thoughtless jackass and punching things makes me feel better."
Lois, tomorrow morning I want flapjacks. It was a simple message, yet it has gone unheeded.
Brian, the voice of reason, said, "You're a 42-year-old woman. Maybe this isn't the healthiest path."
This is crazy. Is nobody really making me flapjacks yet? At this point, you guys are being as irresponsible as I am.
But Lois was already training like she was prepping for a rematch with Thanos. Fight after fight, she won by knockout, becoming Quahog's suburban boxing queen. Until, boom. One punch too many, and crack, her nose got broken.
Ow.
Well, it's broken, all right.
She ended up in the hospital while Peter was stressed because her next big match was coming up, and he had already spent the prize money on, surprise, nonsense.
And I need money for bourbon and anime. Well, I just can't understand any of this. Everybody in Japan is either a 10-year-old girl or a monster.
But the nose break gave Lois clarity. This is a sign, she said. Time to stop. Peter disagreed because, well, money.
Peter, sometimes you're so insensitive and you make me so angry, I just want to clock you in the jaw. Obviously, I can't do that, so boxing was an outlet.
Peter, realizing he may have pushed things a tiny bit too far, apologized and agreed to let her hang up the gloves.
Jeez, Lois. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be. I just... Look, if you don't want to fight anymore, you don't have to.
And thus, Lois's boxing career ended with a broken nose. But hey, at least Peter learned something from all this. Probably.
And the truth is, I suppose I kind of got most of it out of my system anyway.
Oh, I love you, Lois.
I love you too, Peter.
Is it cool if I tell your insurance that I gave you heart surgery?
Number 2. Lois gets hit by the allergy train. Season 15, episode 12. It's a sunny day in Quahog. Meg wakes up rocking a new hairdo and the chaotic energy of a raccoon on espresso.
I said, damn, what a wild couple of days. Anyways, what's up with you guys?
Sorry, amigo, not interested.
Meanwhile, Lois looks like she lost a fight with a flower shop. Puffy nose, sniffly mess, full drama mode.
This is what happens when you lick your spilled latte off the steering wheel. She did that. She's gross.
Brian, ever the gentleman, asked if she's okay. Lois sniffles. Oh, it's just some mystery allergy. I'm basically dying, but it's fine.
Maybe it's Brian. He practically sleeps on top of you. You could be allergic to him.
Hey, here's an idea, Chris. Why don't you mind your own business?
Chris, using all 3 of his brain cells, suggests it's probably Brian's fault for sleeping in her room like some weird furry roommate. He proposes Brian get his own place, like a real adult.
Brian, maybe you shouldn't sleep in our bedroom for a little while.
What? Well, then where am I supposed to sleep?
How about in your own apartment, like a grown-up?
Do you have a problem with me, Chris?
After a quick family council, aka everyone yelling, they shove Brian into Stewie's room.
Roomies? Dude, this'll be so ill.
Who are you?
I'll tell you who. Your new roommate.
Lois needs space to heal, or at least space to sneeze without someone critiquing her mucus color. Also, shout out to Peter, her loving husband, who offers zero help and is probably off fighting a vending machine somewhere. Poor Lois.
I'm gonna go take a shower so I can blow my nose into my hands. Damn it! I hate this house.
Morning, honey.
Go to hell.
Number 3, Lois has a heart attack. Season 19, episode 9. Lois went full Christmas dictator and demanded the family help her prepare for the holidays. She handed out a list of decorations like she was launching a military operation.
And I want all of these completed by tomorrow.
Sorry, I can't do chores. My trick elbow is acting up. Is that your card?
No.
Oh, boy, it's worse than I thought.
Peter and the kids hit up a tiny holiday market where they immediately poison the air by crop dusting a greeting card store. Classic Griffin.
Ah, yes, that's a very bright white.
Ooh, Century Gothic font.
Miss, this store is for tiny farts only. There's a lids next door for that sort of thing.
After shopping, Peter randomly wandered into an H&R office to file taxes and witnessed the letter R accusing H of cheating on him with M. Yup, even the alphabet was having a meltdown.
Then why are you wearing a designer-looking shirt at a fraction of the cost?
Maybe I wanted to get caught.
I told you what I'd do if I ever caught you cheating. This is on you!
Why?
They came home with zero decorations. Lois went nuclear. Peter tried to calm her down by promising to get a tree, but passed out in the car before even turning the key.
Going on here?
What? Oh, yeah. I was gonna go get all the Christmas stuff, but then I fell asleep rubbing one out to Madonna's Santa baby in the car. By the way, tonight's date night is canceled due to lack of interest.
Fed up, Lois called everyone a disappointment, including Brian, whom she demoted to bad dog.
Bad dog. Bad. Damn it! And who got candy cane all over the couch?
Then she pulled a dramatic exit, packed her bags, and left the house so the family could celebrate Christmas without her. Insert thunderclap.
You're getting divorced?
No, I'm just leaving for a few days and ruining the Christmas.
You're ruining Christmas by suing the city over holiday decorations?
No, I'm just leaving my family for the holidays.
Her departure attracted Quagmire and Mort, who somehow got involved in a tone-deaf deaf joke. Don't ask.
You do eat deaf jokes?
No, no one's doing deaf jokes.
Well, I can't hear, so I don't know. See, not doing them.
What?
I don't know.
Lois checked into a nearby motel like a discount Bond villain, spying on her family and waiting for them to crawl back and beg. She compared herself to a cobra. Yes, a cobra.
Cobra, party of one?
Yes, that's me.
And would you like me to bring your drink from the bar?
Yes, I have no hands.
But plot twist, the Griffins actually managed to pull Christmas together.
Father Mary and Mother Josephine, followed closely by the three genderless wise people on their bird scooters, Tig Notaro for some reason, and of course the little drummer them, because God forbid we call a boy a boy.
Peter even claimed divine help, though his strategy was just chucking every decoration onto the roof like a festive raccoon.
Oh my God, it's perfect. Hello?
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Listen, Peter, can you turn down those lights? I'm in bed with a 3 and, extra light is not her friend.
Lois peeked over and saw everything was perfect, except for Stewie being shirtless in December. She was furious.
Peter's done it.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna get it. You like it rough, don't you?
Oops, wrong room. Sorry, we're excited. My wife just killed herself.
The next morning, seeing her family thriving without her, Lois swore revenge. Like actual villain monologue revenge.
Stop Christmas. Hey, what do you think this is? A lids?
Lids, come get a camouflage Knicks hat and let one rip. Find us in the corner of the mall where all the lights are going on and off.
In full-on Grinch mode, she recruited a neighbor to drive her home.
Thanks for the ride and your unsolicited racial theories.
I'm telling you, it's the Turks every time.
Merry Christmas.
Broke in like a gingerbread ninja and stole everything, but not before cleaning the house and doing the grocery shopping. Villainy, but make it responsible. She got caught by Stewie, who thought Santa was stealing the tree. Valid.
Why are you taking our Christmas tree?
Why are you in pigtails in a little girl's nightgown?
Okay, maybe we both forget what we saw.
Next morning, the family found their Christmas ransacked. Brian blamed Peter for uninstalling the doorbell cam, because of course he did.
Someone crapped on the porch again. I'm checking the footage.
Whoever it was probably had no choice, is my guess. Their family was probably using all the bathrooms. That's probably what happened, whoever did that.
Then Lois casually strolled in, pretending she just got back from a spiritual retreat in Mexico and found the one thing still there, a lopsided handmade bowl they crafted for her in pottery class. It was ugly. It was misshapen. It was love.
It's a bowl we all made for you in a pottery class.
A denim-shirted lesbian named CJ helped us.
It's beautiful.
And just like the Grinch, her heart grew 3 sizes that day, which landed her in the ER.
Lois's heart grew 3 sizes that day.
The family, touched by the moment and distracted by the medical emergency, completely forgot she robbed them. No one ever found out it was her. Instead, they blamed the sweet Muslim neighbor, who got deported. Merry Christmas!
The Griffin's Muslim neighbor was arrested for the break-in. Lois said nothing, and the man was deported back to Turkey.
See? What I tell you, always Turkey.
Number 4, Spasms and Spinal Trauma, Season 21, Episode 19. It all kicks off when Quagmire swings by like your overly excited uncle and invites Peter and Lois on a double date with his brand new girlfriend.
Hey guys, I brought in your paper. Why do you get the newspaper if you're not going to read it?
Sometimes I use it to punctuate my sentences.
Well, anyway, I have a proposal for the two of you.
Well, this ought to be interesting.
Out of nowhere, like a Pokemon encounter, Meg appears and awkwardly pats Quagmire on the head like he's her toddler. Congrats on the girlfriend, champ!
Quag's got a girlfriend.
Hey, get off me! We don't have that kind of relationship.
So, go on, Meg. Get away from the house guest. Get away from the house guest. Sometimes I also use it for that.
Newspapers, because your parrot can't on an iPad.
They show up at the restaurant and bam, Lois freezes in horror. Quagmire's new flame, none other than Stephanie, Lois's middle school bully, aka the demon in braces who turned her puberty years into a deleted scene from Carrie.
I had horrible acne. I had to wear a back brace, and to make things worse, only one of my boobs had come in. I had to resort to filling the empty side of my bra with a Pop-O-Matic from the board game Trouble.
Lois flashes back to her tragic middle school era. Acne like bubble wrap, a back brace tighter than airport security, and a daily buffet of cruel nicknames.
Look, it's Scully Lois!
What a freak!
I just ate a sandwich, so I'm waiting 20 minutes to swim.
But worst of all was Stephanie, who once shoved Lois into a pool like she was auditioning for Jackass the preteen years.
No one even tried to help.
What a loser!
Walk much?
18 more minutes.
I would have drowned if it wasn't for the buoyancy of the Pop-O-Matic.
The kicker? Stephanie never even apologized. Middle school trauma doesn't come with a refund policy.
Stephanie never even apologized. And junior high trauma is something you don't recover from.
Yeah, my gym teacher drove me home without his pants on, but your story sounds bad, too.
Stephanie tries to be social, but Lois acts like she just walked into her own villain origin story. Things get even worse when Stephanie brings up the back brace again, and Peter and Quagmire eat it up like it's juicy gossip on The View.
Remember you had that back brace everyone said made you look like an ironing board in a sweater?
Say more stuff.
You were a nerd? I thought you said you were a prom queen.
Prawn queen. She ate a lot of shellfish and her back was curved like a shrimp.
Lois grows increasingly hostile, basically yelling every sentence like it's open mic night at the therapy cafe.
Being a mom is the most fulfilling job in the world.
Oh, do you have kids?
Be careful how you answer this.
Oh, I wish I did.
A nearby couple even leans in, intrigued by her live retelling of the revenge of the Nerd Queen.
They're loving these stories about how she was a nerd.
It was prawn queen, like the shrimp.
Oh, that's even funnier.
Back home, Lois insists she won the encounter, but she's clearly spiraling like a raccoon in a dryer.
I bet she was judging my tiny wedding ring. Why was she looking at my hands, Peter?
I think your thumb was in the butter.
But did she see that?
I don't know, but nobody ate butter after that, so yeah, probably.
She gets so anxious she devolves into her teenage self. Pimples, braces, and all, complete with an emotional breakdown.
I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe it's a giant grin, huh? From having triumphed over my former bully.
There's a rash forming on the back of your legs.
What? There is? Oh, son of a bitch!
All she wants is to lie in a dark room listening to Sarah McLachlan, but she hits the wrong playlist. And somehow Peter still thinks she's doing just fine. Spoiler, she's not.
Quick, I have to do the only thing that would calm me back then. Lie in a dark room and try to blast Sarah McLachlan, but accidentally play the wrong song.
The next day, Lois visits Dr. Hartman, who's still salty no one gave him a Valentine's gift.
I ran into a girl who terrorized me in junior high, and she used to call me Scully Lois.
Like scoliosis. That's very good. I just learned what that is today, as a matter of fact.
He delivers the diagnosis: severe nerd damage. Turns out, all nerds are just one bad flashback away from becoming their most embarrassing past self. That's science, babe.
But I don't want to be a nerd forever.
Tell you what, find the coolest guy in school and give him a tug behind the bleachers. That usually solves it.
Does that really work?
I don't know. Why don't we go find out?
Now Lois has to face her condition head on at Joe's pool party.
I don't understand why the man who can't go swimming has a pool party.
Once the harness is fixed, I can be lowered.
When she hears Stephanie's throwing the bash, she's convinced it's another setup to relive the humiliation of being pool pushed. And right on cue, splash! Lois ends up in the water again.
You pushed me! She pushed me!
Lois, let me help.
Oh, you can drop the act, Stephanie.
She screams, calls Stephanie a middle school monster, and accuses her of being the villain in her YA trauma memoir.
You may have won everyone over, but you're nothing more than a mean girl and a bully, just like you were in junior high. But karma comes in many forms, including stretch marks. We all see them.
I don't see them.
Above the knee on the left thigh.
But, plot twist, Stephanie reveals she never meant to bully Lois. Every fall into the pool, just a clumsy accident. She even tried to help Lois afterward.
Hey, Lois, watch your step. Your shoe's untied. I was trying to catch a football thrown by your husband.
I wasn't trying to complete the pass. I was just trying to show the other wives how far I can throw it.
In fact, Lois's own spine-twisting childhood struggles inspired Stephanie to start a foundation for kids with scoliosis. So yeah, the nerd won, but also still kinda lost. Classic Family Guy.
That means it's your turn to service me in bed.
No, Peter, that's only when I'm wrong about something having to do with you.
Chris, don't let anyone touch my cake. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Hi, Lois's friends.
Number 5, Lois's foot gets wrecked. Season 21, episode 13. It all starts when Peter and Chris become absolutely obsessed with Donkey Kong. And by obsessed, I mean they build a real-life version of the game right on their front lawn because nothing screams responsible parenting like turning your house into an OSHA violation.
What do we got today?
Looks like a Donkey Kong house.
What a mess. Want a beer?
Yes, sir. Is that a Yeti?
It is. You mind if I talk about it for 45 minutes?
Oh, I know I can't stop you.
The game gets so loud it could wake the dead, or worse, Lois. She storms outside like a suburban Godzilla, ready to unleash the wrath of Mom, when bam! A random barrel of water crashes down on her foot like divine punishment for marrying Peter in the first place.
What is all this noise? I'm trying to buy everything on Amazon in here.
Barrel!
Ah, my foot! Oh, I think it's broken.
Cue the dramatic scream, slow motion fall, and one foot looking like it just lost a fight with a bulldozer.
Uh-oh, next level.
Now Lois is bedridden for a week, which means Peter is in charge of the kids. You know, the guy who once tried to microwave a Pop-Tart still in the foil. Total domestic disaster.
Maybe we should go out for food.
Having a little trouble this morning?
No, I'm doing great. Look, I already got Stewie and Brian changed.
Oh.
Okay, maybe I'm having a little trouble.
But wait, it gets better. Lois rings her little bell for help, and who shows up? Brian, the dog. The sophisticated, slightly pervy wannabe novelist dog.
Whoa. Did you feel that? This isn't going to turn into an English patient type of thing, is it?
What does that mean?
You know, caregiver and patient. A strong bond develops. Intimacy.
Oh, maybe.
He immediately starts imagining some weird nurse-patient adult film scenario until he gets a good look at Lois's leg hair and snaps back to reality like he just saw a tax audit.
Oh God, your leg is covered in hair.
That's right. I can't shave down there because the cast will get wet. Look at it. Smell it.
No.
Take a deep breath and smell it.
Lois, sensing weakness, goes full psycho. She makes Brian smell her foot, which hasn't seen soap in 4 days.
Every door you walk through isn't a scenario you've typed into the search bar of Pornhub. This is real life, and it stinks.
Please, let me go.
Brian begs for mercy like he's on trial at The Hague, but Lois won't let him leave until he learns a lesson about having a filthy mind, and possibly also about athlete's foot.
Every 90 minutes, I'm gonna ring this bell, and you're gonna come in and take out a bowl of my waste. If that's us forming a strong bond, then you and I are gonna form a very strong bond. Now go!
Enter Chris, the poor sweet idiot. He walks in to help kill a fly, but ends up discovering the holy trinity of trauma. While looking for a fly swatter, he opens not one...
Okay, that drawer is full of sex toys.
Oh, well, we must have moved the fly swatter. Try the middle drawer.
Not 2, but 3 drawers, each one filled to the brim with his parents' bedroom toys. The kid just stands there, tears in his eyes, whispering, Why? Why is one of them shaped like Shrek?
Is this a bit? Because that drawer is also filled to the brim with sex toys.
Sorry. Look in the bottom drawer.
Wrong again!
Poor kid. He just wanted to kill a fly. Now he'll need therapy. And bleach. Lots of bleach. Number 6. Peter accidentally deep fries his wife. Season 4, episode 6. After winning one single round of Trivial Pursuit, Peter becomes the human equivalent of a pop-up ad. Obnoxious, overconfident, and convinced he's a genius.
Wow, I'm married to that guy?
Nah, I just repress it.
Is that healthy?
What's the worst that could happen?
I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor. Oh, I'm a tumor.
Brian, being the only dog with a liver and a conscience, challenges him to apply for a MacArthur Genius Grant.
Wow, imagine what a genius like me could do with all that money. All right, Cloris Leachman, I've bought you legally. Now juggle these beanbags.
I don't know how to juggle.
God help you, Cloris, juggle the beanbags!
Cut to the results. Turns out Peter's not a genius, he's mentally challenged, like government classified.
So, as you can see, you are just over the line of mental retardation.
Don't you mean just under the line?
The day I'm corrected by a I'm sorry. Just please trust the analysis.
So naturally, the Griffins do the logical thing. Put up a sign in their yard reading, Caution Special Dad.
Oh my God, what are they doing? Why are they trying to publicly humiliate me like this? I mean, what's the purpose? Oh, shiny red ball.
Peter, watch out!
And dress Peter up like a human bumper car with water wings and a helmet just to go to a restaurant.
Oh, like something could happen. Get me out, get me out, get me out! Get me out! water wings didn't help at all.
Peter sulks and says it's the worst day of his life, but Lois comforts him with just the right comparison. Hey, could be worse. Remember that Japanese guy in 1945? You know, Hiroshima-style pep talk.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, a parking ticket! I was gone 5 minutes! Oh, how could this day get any worse? Oh my God.
Peter wishes he could close his eyes and make it all go away, but instead he runs over local news anchor Tom Tucker.
Mr. Tucker, are you all right?
Do I look like I'm all right? My back is broken and my leg is twisted.
Oh, my God. Your hooker's dead.
Well, she was already dead, but that doesn't excuse...
Tom's ready to call the cops until he sees Peter's special status and just lets him go.
You're Peter Griffin, the retarded fellow.
Yeah?
Oh, well, then don't worry about it.
Wait a minute, you mean you're not even gonna call the cops? Oh my God, I could get away with anything.
That's when Peter realizes being mentally disabled means he can do whatever the hell he wants and no one can stop him.
And on the 6th day, God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creatures and..."
Bible fight!
He abuses this new power immediately, including drop-kicking bathroom doors in the women's restroom like he's auditioning for WWE.
Don't know any better.
Oh, bless your heart.
Geez, didn't you hear me a second ago? I'm retarded.
Oh, you're just curious. Well, let me show you how everything works down there.
But karma has a hot oil twist. Peter tries to steal a deep fryer from a fast food joint, spills boiling oil all over Lois, and deep fries his wife.
Peter, get back here.
No freaking way. The fryer later. Oh, I am so taking this. Uh-oh.
Does he call an ambulance? Of course not. He just says, "You look worse than Rocky Dennis from Mask," and walks it off.
You're a monster.
I'm beautiful on the inside.
Yeah, but Rocky, there's a limit. Oh, what is this now? Does your face have a pelvis?
While Lois is laid up in the hospital looking like a Burt Panini, Child Protective Services swoops in. Agent Jessup declares Peter mentally unfit to parent, and Cleveland gets custody of the Griffin kids.
Chris, whatever happened to Gina Davis? She used to be in movies, but she's not in movies anymore. She's attractive enough, but when she smiles, you see too much gum. Not a good tooth-to-gum ratio.
The kids are okay, except Meg, who discovers Quagmire has installed himself behind Cleveland's couch, like some kind of perverted elf on the shelf.
Damn it, you guys are boring the crap out of me. Stupid, mindless chatter is what it is. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go back to my place and rent a dirty movie. This is ridiculous.
That was weird. Oh well. Hey, let's compare breasts.
Lois's burns are so bad, doctors don't even guess when she'll recover. Meanwhile, Brian suggests Peter can get the kids back if he proves he's a good dad. Peter's solution? Show Cleveland what a bad dad looks like.
All right, come on, ladies, right this way. This'll show him that Cleveland's not fit to be a parent.
So, tell me, is there any tread left on the tires at all? Or at this point, would it be like throwing a hot dog down a hallway?
So naturally, he invites 7 prostitutes into Cleveland's home. Like that wouldn't raise suspicions.
Oh, my Lord, look who's here. Agent Jessup, look at all these prostitutes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 prostitutes.
Jessup sees through the scheme instantly, and Cleveland kicks out Peter and 5 of the 7 prostitutes. Honestly, 2 of them had real potential.
Yeah, Peter, you and 5 of those prostitutes, get out.
Peter is taken to court to prove he's fit to raise children, and even a teary-eyed monologue doesn't help. He barely dodges prison time.
Ghost that never lies. Did you witness the events that took place on that fateful day? You did. Well, how interesting. And do you see the culprit or culprits in this courtroom today?
Just when all hope seems lost, Lois walks into the house, fully healed like some kind of phoenix in yoga pants. Turns out she brought the kids back home and Peter is overjoyed.
Oh, I love you so much, delicious French fry wife.
Now we can live with you again, even though you're a dangerous retard.
Sure, their house now smells like fries 24/7, but hey, the Griffins are a family again.
Oh, God, nobody move.
What is it?
Nothing, I'll get it.
Number 7, Lois Gets Fat. Like, really fat. Season 4, episode 22. After a night of super steamy roleplay that involved more leather than a biker convention,
I can use my Helm of Disintegration and do 1d4 damage as my half-elf mage wields his +5 Holy Avenger.
Paladins can't use the Helm of Disintegration.
Oh. Okay, then I'm a black guy.
Lois starts to think she might be pregnant. Peter, of course, reacts like any responsible adult by absolutely losing his mind and insisting they already have like 15 kids, who all happen to be characters from other shows.
Carol Seaver, Boner, Urkel, Mr. Furley.
Peter, those aren't your kids. That's the Nick at Night lineup.
Blanca, Zangief, Chun-Li, Guile, E. Honda.
That's Street Fighter.
Red, blue, green.
Those are colors.
Luckily, the pregnancy test comes back negative, but that's not enough peace of mind for these two. Peter demands Lois tie her tubes, and Lois demands Peter tie his man tubes.
You should get a vasectomy.
First of all, I don't know what that is, and second of all, no freaking way.
Naturally, they settle this with the most logical solution, a race to Boston. Peter loses, and his dignity goes with his vast deference.
It's not that big a deal. A bunch of the guys on the force have had vasectomies, and their lives haven't changed at all.
Would you ever have one?
Never!
Post Snippety Snip, Peter's libido flatlines. His new passion? Wearing adult diapers like a toddler with a mortgage.
You know, I'd love to stay and eat with you, but I gotta go meet Cleveland Joe and Quagmire down at the bar. So, just put my dinner in the fridge, and I'll heat it up later. Love ya!
Lois, feeling neglected and rejected, seeks comfort in a relationship with Ben and Jerry. Midnight snacking turns into nightly feast, and soon Lois is packing pounds like she's preparing for hibernation.
Hey, boys, you having a midnight snack?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna grab something, too, and go back to bed. Alone. Again. Night.
Brian urges Peter to do something, but Peter's new motto is, why sleep with your wife when you can shame her instead?
That little wrinkle that fat people get on their elbows that looks like a schwa? I mean, you wouldn't have sex with her, would you?
Oh, yeah, I would.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I would do everything to her. I don't care what she looks like. I would wreck that chick.
Well, you are a trooper.
At a fancy restaurant, Peter humiliates Lois by pushing tables aside like Moses parting the Red Sea. Only this time it's for a woman with cheese fries in her purse.
Sorry, fat wife coming through. Sorry, excuse me, fat wife. Oh, hold on a sec.
He claims this isn't even the most embarrassing thing he's done. Remember when I did the milkshake dance for prisoners?
Come on, I just did it like 5 times.
Do it!
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge.
Lois, pushed to the brink by Peter's nonstop body shaming, decides to go full Big Mama's house out of spite. She eats more, she grows bigger.
I'll show him fat. The only reason I'm eating anyway is because of him. He won't touch me. Do you think I'm fat?
Only if you think I'm a serial killer.
What?
Nothing.
She eventually becomes so large, Peter mistakes her for Heozilla, Godzilla's angry housewife cousin.
Oh, hey, Hogzilla. You happen to see my hot wife, Lois, around?
No, I haven't. Maybe she's out looking for a man who can satisfy her.
Hey.
But Karma's got a twisted sense of humor. During one of their shouting matches, Lois falls on Peter, nearly flattening him into a man pancake.
Shut up and go to sleep.
Ow! Lois, you weigh a ton. Get off me.
I'm trying.
Try harder.
Ow, Peter.
And that is when Peter's passion reignites. Turns out all he needed was a near-death experience under a plus-size Lois to feel alive again.
Stop for 1 second and ow. Peter, are we having sex?
Let's check. Just lift up that fold right there. Yep.
The next morning, Peter prepares a romantic breakfast for his goddess of girth, declaring last night the greatest night of his life.
Fat sex is the hottest sex we've ever had. There were so many boobs, I didn't know whose boobs I was grabbing. Your boobs or my boob?
Lois agrees. It was even better than the time Peter imagined he was Danny Aiello making sweet love to her.
Danny Aiello, you've got the best Spike Lee stories. What's that? You want to meet my wife?
Peter, stop it.
Lois, just say hello. You're embarrassing me in front of Danny Aiello.
Now obsessed with keeping her thick, Peter starts force-feeding her junk food even when she's full.
Hey, I'm not even hungry.
I want you bigger. I want you fatter. It will please me.
Things escalate until one hot and heavy moment ends in Lois having a heart attack, mid-coitus.
Lois, I have no idea if we're doing it or if that's just the back of your knee, but either way, it feels so good.
Ow, Peter, you're on my arm. It hurts. Oh, my chest hurts too.
Does Peter rush her to the ER? Of course not. He politely finishes what he started. Class act.
Peter, I'm really having a heart attack.
Oh my God, you serious? Oh, we should get you to the hospital. All right, hold on a sec. All right, almost done. Almost done. Okay, let's go.
During surgery, the doctors remove a mountain of fat just to reach her heart, which conveniently returns her to her pre-snack era figure. Peter, realizing he's been an utter greaseball, apologizes.
I love you no matter what size you are. Although I gotta admit, I'm gonna miss eating cereal out of the dimples on your ass.
Lois learns a valuable lesson: never eat your feelings, and then promptly shares that lesson with Meg, ignoring her actually obese son Chris, whom she compliments for wearing a nice hat.
For your information, Mom, I don't eat to solve my problems. I cut myself. Is that better?
Chris, we all love your hat.
Thanks, Mom.
And Peter? He's last seen trying to make out with Lois's removed fat. When caught, he tries to explain and then just shrugs. Yeah, it is what it looks like.
What did you do with my mom's fat?
Oh, it's right here in this storage closet.
It's exactly what it looks like.
Number 8. Went blind after laser eye surgery. Season 20, Episode 1. While dropping Stewie off at preschool, Lois accidentally runs over his frenemy Doug.
It's Doug! Nice hit, bitch! Oh, and Elsa underwear. This day just keeps getting better.
Realizing she might need an eye exam, you think? She visits the hospital and is diagnosed with farsightedness.
And a dog trying to trick a cat into a clothes dryer.
Just as I thought. You're far-sighted.
Oh no, what do I do about it?
Oh, well, I'm no doctor, but I would say you either need to get glasses or maybe LASIK.
Dr. Hartman, always one to mix medicine with memes, recommends LASIK and shows her a weirdly off-putting video featuring cyber wizard Tom York to help her decide.
I'm Tom York. You might know me from Radiohead or my passing resemblance to a melting Tilda Swinton. Not many people know that I'm blind in one eye. Can you guess which one?
Lois agrees to the surgery, making Dr. Hartman so happy he gives her a lollipop like she's 5.
Computers will see for us.
Oh, now you're a doctor? I guess I'm a singer now. Tra-la-la-la-la, I'm Casey Kasem.
That was Elmer Hartman peaking at number 32 with I Hate Computers, parentheses, tra-la-la.
The operation is declared a total success, until she removes the bandages and finds out she's completely blind.
I'm blind!
What do you mean you're blind? You can't see me right now?
No!
But you can still see, like, the stove and laundry, right?
Meg brings balloons to celebrate, but Peter, seeing his wife now qualifies as a legally blind party pooper, takes them to the playground instead.
I love you, Balloon. Oh, no! I'm coming, Balloon!
Don't tell your mother about this.
Lois demands answers, and Dr. Hartman admits the surgery got botched because his cat interrupted it. Yes, his cat.
This isn't my fault. It was take your cat to work day.
Lois now enters her blind era, and while the doctor tells the family to help take care of her, everyone immediately pieces out.
And until she gets used to her new life, you'll need to take care of her. Feed her, bathe her, drive her places.
They're gone, aren't they?
They left, yes.
At home, Lois feels useless and asks Meg how she copes with being Meg.
Cutting minor arson, and sometimes I post empowerment videos on YouTube.
In an unexpected bonding moment, Meg encourages her to make a feelings vlog.
So now, I suppose if I want to see again, I'll have to listen more. And feel more and focus on what's on the inside and not what I can see on the outside.
The video goes viral, and to celebrate, Peter takes a monkey that looks suspiciously like Lois to a Bananarama concert.
Hi, Lois. I didn't get a monkey. Off to see Bananarama. Bye. Well, it's not what I thought it was going to be either.
Lois, ever the marketing genius, turns the video fame into a brand called ICU, while Meg watches in horror as this spirals into a personal TED Talk scam.
Lois here. You know, sometimes the darkness gets overwhelming. And that's when I turn to ICU essential oils. It calms you before sleep, or you can cook chicken in it.
But plot twist, one morning Lois wakes up and can see again, realizing Peter has been lying to her the whole time, probably to avoid helping around the house.
You know, now I'm even wondering if he lost those 75 pounds like he said.
What's that, Lois? I'm just on the spin bike. Got a good sweat going. Boy, you're right, Sarah loves those hills.
Wanting to keep the marketing train rolling, she fakes blindness. Suspicious, Meg catches her walking downstairs unaided, which, let's be real, is more athleticism than Lois ever shows.
Please be sure to try out our new colonic partnership with increasingly irrelevant rapper Eminem, the Eminenema. It promises to clear out 8 miles of mom's spaghetti.
Before Meg can confront her, Lois gets invited to a major talk show. Her cover is blown when she correctly identifies the color of Meg's dress.
Why?
Don't you get it? I have to be blind to keep the money rolling in. Nobody's gonna be inspired by a middle-aged, cisgendered, able-bodied white woman.
Or a man.
And then spots Reese Witherspoon holding a giant charity check on stage with full 20/20 vision.
Well, we support you, so we've got a surprise for you.
Oh my God, Reese Witherspoon! I love her!
As punishment, she's sentenced to appear on a daytime court show hosted by Cleveland Brown. Justice is served. Family Guy style.
Lois Griffin, I find you guilty, and I sentence you to pay your roommate back for his dog food. Or whatever dumb this one's about.
Number 9, Lois hurts her knee, season 7, episode 10. This injury all started because Fox needed a new news anchor to replace Rhonda Latimer, whose face aged like milk in HD.
We interrupt this report to inform you Rhonda Latimer has been relocated to Guantanamo Bay. Coming up, the new format that makes HD obsolete.
Son of a bitch!
So the Griffins, in their usual overconfidence, push Lois to apply since she once wrote a college newsletter for a school that no longer exists.
Well, I mean, I guess there's no harm in trying out.
Hey, Lois, little less yakety-yak, a little more cutting up my banana. What am I supposed to do, stick the whole thing in my mouth? I mean, oh, hello.
Lois somehow aces the audition, probably because her competition included a guy who thought news was short for new shoes.
And even though this Iraqi veteran lost his hands, he didn't lose his ability to feel. I'm Lois Griffin for Fox News.
Great story, Lois.
The Fox execs loved her and offered her the job on the spot.
All right, I'll do it.
Great, here's your contract. Now run home, Lois. Run as fast as you can.
Overjoyed, Lois bolts home, literally running past the drunken clam, City Hall, and any last bit of common sense. Until bam, her high heel hits a loose chunk of sidewalk and she crashes to the ground like a rag doll in a yoga class. She lies there, groaning and clutching her knee like Peter did in that classic moment. Yep, same sidewalk, same family, same inability to look where you're going. Number 10, 3 Broken Ribs, Season 10, Episode 19. It all started one morning when Peter woke up and couldn't find Lois. Turns out she wasn't missing, just flattened under him like a pancake under a hippo.
Hey, Chris?
Yeah?
You think Lois would be okay if I ate a Pop-Tart in bed?
Probably.
Probably, right? Lois, you in the bathroom?
Miraculously, she survived with only 3 broken ribs. And it didn't just happen once, oh no. This human steamroller repeated the same move 7 times that month. Lois was one squish away from turning into a fruit roll-up.
Look, I don't do it on purpose.
Well, it looks like you got a handle on it then.
No, we don't. He practically smothers me every night.
Well, are you hogging the blankets?
No.
Probably hogging blankets.
The doctor said there might be a solution. Lois said no way, because if Peter wasn't crushing her in his sleep, he was keeping her up all night with his feather duster. You know the one.
I do hope this latest damp has not aggravated your gray lung. Dip, 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 dip. Matters stateside have taken a tragic turn as this year's gourd crop has fallen prey to a rather unexpected infestation of salt marsh cutworms. Dip, 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 dip.
Tired of being suffocated and or tickled to death, Lois made the call. Separate beds. Peter wasn't happy, but he gave it a shot and immediately spiraled into cuddle withdrawal. Men need to cuddle, he sobbed. Even cold, emotionless guys like Charles Bronson.
Believe it or not, men like to cuddle. Even cold, unfeeling men like Charles Bronson.
Hey, Charles Bronson's wife, scooch over. I want to cuddle.
That's nice.
So naturally, Peter asked Quagmire to sleep over for warmth.
Your boxers are a little starchy. Can I take them off with my foot? Sure. Come on, you.
One bro cuddle led to another, and bam, they were basically a couple. Peter even moved in with him, full-on sitcom style.
Is that a bracelet you're wearing?
It's a giggity band, Lois. You wouldn't understand.
Look, Peter, if you come home now, we can get our old bed back and you can snuggle with me as much as you want.
Eventually, Lois healed up, apologized, and brought her big spoon of a husband back home, preferably with fewer broken ribs this time.
Well, then, hey, what do you say we go home, eh?
Sounds good to me.
Number 11. Lois snaps a leg while chasing clout on a cliff. Season 21, Episode 7. In this episode, Lois and Bonnie go head-to-head in the ultimate suburban mom showdown. Who can get more Instagram likes?
Well, that's good, but it should say pretty good view from here.
No, it's because she's at the pier.
Things were neck and neck until Peter and his bros committed social media treason by liking Bonnie's post. Lois was not having it.
So, I love that.
Damn it, Peter, now she's got the Spooner Street record.
Hang on, I'm texting Quagmire in Cleveland. They gotta see this.
Luckily, Peter wins them tickets to a romantic getaway fundraiser in Vermont, and Lois sees it as the perfect chance to blow Bonnie out of the algorithm with the most liked post ever.
$600.
Sold. There were no other bids. You could have had it for $40.
That concludes this scene, ladies and gentlemen.
Before leaving, they tell the kids that if things get sketchy at home, they can activate the family security system with the ultra-mature passcode 6969.
That's right. The keypad code is 6969. If your mother doesn't want to do it, at least she can type it.
You're a legend, Dad.
Once in Vermont, Peter and Lois go full influencer mode. Glass blowing, scenic selfies, all the Pinterest vibes. But nothing's working.
Oh, look at this. A glass-blowing class. That kind of crap is perfect for Instagram.
Then Lois spots the holy grail of clout, a majestic old tree hanging dramatically off a cliff. This was her moment.
And the caption is, Tree Amigos.
Or, I'm holding a leaf and it says, leafing is so hard.
Yeah, I feel like someone said Tree Amigos earlier, and we were all laughing.
Peter, the ever-supportive husband/Instagram husband, tells Lois to back up just a little more for the perfect shot.
Another step. Big step back.
Peter, are you sure? I'm a little close to the edge.
And by perfect shot, we mean she slipped and yeeted herself off the cliff.
No, you're fine. One more big step back. You know what? Tiny step forward. Oh, that's not usually how cliffs work.
Don't worry, Lois survives, though she does end up in the hospital with a broken leg. While she's lying in bed full of pain and regret, Peter casually drops the bomb that he's been secretly betting on lacrosse games.
I mean, UConn had literally never lost to Rutgers in lacrosse. I mean, it was free money.
You're betting on lacrosse now?
Lois is furious, but can't do much from her hospital bed besides glare at him with all the fury of a woman denied Wi-Fi.
You're not wrong. There's no way UConn loses twice in a row. Plus, Syracuse's All-American attacker, Tristan Wincroft, broke his leg. It'll be all Huskies all day.
Peter, no!
Just rest, babe. I promise I'm not mad at you.
But plot twist, that photo of Lois mid-tragedy, leg in a cast, and dignity in pieces, it goes viral, absolutely demolishing Bonnie's record.
Break's over! Eat that, Bonnie! Oh, Peter, now that I have more likes than Bonnie, I realize that this was the best weekend ever.
Lois is overjoyed because sure, a broken leg hurts, but the sweet taste of Instagram victory, that's forever.
Wincroft scores with no time left. Syracuse wins.
Man, Lois, you were saying some crazy stuff about bet kings during surgery.